And welcome everyone. So those ones are ready. That is ready. I just turned it off for a minute. And let's grab a fork and then we're gonna cut this onion. I'm gonna be making a soup, but I had this ham, smoked ham, and so I'm just trying to fry them all up. And I also got the bone right here, and I'm stirred that a little bit. I got some water there, filtered water, and we're gonna make a soup. I don't have potatoes, so I'm gonna make a green beans based soup. Green bean base. But these are gonna be for sandwiches too. These pieces of meat. So that's what I'm doing. I watered plants all day. That's what I did. I watered all of the plants all day. That's what I did. Water plants and organize I've been doing lately, and also replanting some last week. So I woke up this morning and I saw one of my plants had like 8 or 9 or whatever, a bunch of them yellow leaves, and I'm like, oh no. So I took it right to the bathroom, and then I made my coffee and I started doing the watering. So let's put that in there, little end piece there. We're gonna fry some more, but we're gonna put this. I did turn it off right now. We're gonna put that in there. And it is on high, and I'm going to switch that onto this pot here, to this burner, I mean. So we're gonna move this pan. I'm just gonna put it in the oven for now, so we don't make a big mess. All right, so slide this over because it's a bigger burner, and that'll make the soup. And then I'll just use my little pan to fry the rest of them. I will fry them too. Use a little pan for now. But that's in there. That's all that's in there is water and pork. And so what I have over here is I got 3 small onions, and we're gonna bring them over here. Just gotta empty this. Move this out of the way. And got my cutting board. And I was gonna try to put these. I've never tried these kind of carrots, but I figured the only way to rescue them is with a soup, so we're gonna try that. Oops. All right, let's put that over there. I know that's not where they go, but I'm just gonna move this whole thing. Set it right here for now. All right. Wipe off the counter. And so, welcome everyone. I'm gonna try to set it up like that so you guys can watch me cut the vegetables that I'm putting. I'm also gonna add more water, and spices and seasonings and stuff like that. But this is it's supposed to be green bean soup, but you can literally put any vegetables in. There are different families. Like this is from my family history. Like everybody made them differently. Like everything, everybody made differently. But our family always just used green beans or yellow beans, and then they used a little bit of potatoes. But we don't have potatoes, so I'm going to try to use carrots. So I'm going to peel them, but before I do that, I'm going to do the onion. And the only thing that we do with the onion is we cut the end. We peel them, cut the end. Anyway, do with that. I'm so hungry right now, like I need to eat a sandwich already. I have not eaten anything all day. But I really wanted to make this soup with potatoes, but you have to make it with smoked meat. You can do smoked sausage or smoked ham, smoked turkey, whatever. I like ham. I like the real, when you get the ham leg and it's all smoked and you just cut it yourself. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm frying over there. This onion is making me cry because it's a strong onion. But because I'm making such a big soup, and I love onions in the soup, like, and there's going to be cream put in the soup too, and at the end, so I love the onions when they're right cooked down into the soup, like, and they fall apart. And yeah, you get the big piece of onion, but yeah, we can put the whole onion in. Usually some people just put one big one, but they're pretty small. So we're gonna just drop them in there. And I'm not looking because I can't see. My eyes are like a little watery from them. But I'm still adding water from the sink to the water filter. And now we're gonna peel these. I'm gonna see how rubbery they are. I've never even had. They smell like regular carrots. This one looks rotten. Let me see if there's any better ones. This one sounds crispy. That's what they look like. They're yellow. And I'll see what they taste like after I peel it. We'll pretend these are potatoes. I do have some turnip. I could pretend that turnip is potatoes. Hey, what's up, Jet? What's up, Jet? Let's cut a piece and see what it's like. I've never had these kind of carrots. No, these are not the freshest. They're pretty sweet though. They literally taste like regular carrots if they were nice and fresh. This one's like a little bit not so crunchy. How's your day? Hope your days are getting better, Jet. So I don't know how many carrots I'm going to put in there, but we're starting with them because they are going to be the ones that take the longest to cook in the soup. Because the green beans, some of them are frozen and some of them are out of the can that I'm going to use. And they are already pretty much done, right? So this is a good way to, like, you know, soup is a good way to use up vegetables that you're not usually using up. Because in the soup, they all taste good. So I was watering 100 million plants today. That's what I did all day. And I also made a couple of, I also worked on my channel, on my Kass Love 111 channel. I also made a couple of, I always forget what they are called, thumbnails. Made a couple of thumbnails. I also worked on a folder and changed the name to a folder where we're going to be learning about crystals and zodiacs and stuff like that. We've been studying them, but I kind of took a break from it because my microphone wasn't working. And now that my microphone is working again, I can start that up again. And I was going to start like a podcast where people that were interested in learning come up there and they could have like their say about it, like, you know, have conversations about it, real conversations about it, that whatever else we are learning out of these books. These books were given to me by my niece for Christmas. She gave them to me. She was studying it before, but then she decided not to. And so she thought of me. And so, yeah, she gifted them to me. And so I want to also go through them and like talk about them and learn everything about them, about the books that I want to share with you guys. So at least I can take my time, because I've tried to do something like that before with crystals and stuff like that. But the only part was that I didn't own the book. I borrowed it from the library. And me, with the way I do things, like I do things and then I'll put it away for like a couple months and then I'll get back to it, right? That's how I do things. And so when you're getting a book from the library, you can't really do that. So that's why that never went anywhere before. But now I own the books. Not the same ones, but obviously better ones, maybe. Who knows, right? So I try to rescue most of the carrots. Waterlogged. A water blog. Yeah, you could do that, but again, it stopped raining now, but it was raining most of the day again today. Most of the last 3 days it's been raining. And I know it's not fun for the Canadian nomads and people that are living in their cars and stuff like right now either. You know, because there's nothing to do inside your car most of the time. Right? I used to want to do that, but I rethought it. I had rethinking time, because I met a lot of nomads, and then I met this group of bunch of nomads, and then I kind of changed my mind about being a full-time nomad. I just want to do that while I'm traveling and stuff. I want to actually have all my comforts with me when I'm traveling. So I want to kind of have everything in a vehicle when I do travel. And that's what my next vehicle is going to be, is something where I can do that. And I can take my cats with me comfortably and all that. So that's always good to learn new things and new ways, The world's changing all the time. I don't know. We're just going to use all of these. That one's kind of yucky, but we're not going to use that one. Yeah, and every time I water my plants and stuff, I actually go and, change them up where they go. I don't try to remember where they were. Wherever I feel like they look good is where I put them every time. And so it changes all the time. And also, like my smaller plants, I'll change them up a lot. And I was going to put in my air conditioner today, but I didn't get to it. I need some energy. I need some bananas. I need to have my banana smoothies. Without them, I don't have a lot of energy. And today, the only reason I did all that, because I had to do it, because I had to water my plants or else they would die. I'll take another bite. They're actually almost sweeter than a regular carrot, eh? Oh, so I can do them as I can just that might not work. I'm gonna have to cut them all. And that's what they look like on the inside. A white carrot. I'm cutting it into small pieces. That's really sweet. Actually, these are really sweet. They almost taste like a fruit, like instead of a vegetable. If someone told me this was an exotic fruit, I'd be like, oh yeah, I believe that. Like if I didn't know what carrots would look like. Oh, you're going down to a minus, like on your charger? Oh, your phone. Oh, the temperature is getting colder, is it? This is so good. These are really good. I haven't eaten anything all day, and they're actually pretty good. You don't even need no sauce. I mean, no dressing. Yeah, I heard the temperature is supposed to drop again a little bit. Did you know Alberta got snow today? Just be glad you're not in Alberta. If you don't like the cold. Like I said, if I move to a cold climate, I'll just have like my mini house inside of a greenhouse. Build a greenhouse around my mini house. That's what I want. Then I can grow my own stuff to eat and then have my plants for fresh air. Yep. I'm just sitting there cutting these things and talking to you guys. I do have like a French fry cutter, but that would just cut them into longer strips, and then it just makes it dirty for no reason. Because you still have to cut them the other way. For a soup, you don't want big pieces of things in soup, not really. I gotta add some salt and all that stuff here in a minute to the soup. That's why I'm trying to hurry up. Now. I got like 4 more to go. All right, this one's small. May not be that much. Yeah, so the only thing different that they taste like is that they are more sweeter than regular carrots. This is like my workout for the day, is all the watering the plants and then cutting all these carrot up. I'll be tired after all that. But in soup, everything's good. Especially those creamy soups. I like my creamy soups, like my creamy soups. I like them to be like, also like with real chunks in them. I don't like gravy like soup. Hey Crizzy and June Treasure. Hey Trish, how's it going? Did you come into my reading channel the other day, or was it someone else? I thought it was you at first, and then I realized I think it was someone else. I thought you had changed your name. Almost 420, I know, right? What are you guys all doing for 420? I have no plans, so I'm pretty open. If anybody invites me to some 420 stuff. All I know is that 420 is almost my son's birthday, and then almost my birthday. There's so many people's birthdays coming up. Getting baked. Oh my goodness. If you're hungry, these are definitely good. We're gonna go stick them into the soup. I heard a doggy. Was that on camera, on your video? Okay. Oh! Good one. Okay, hopefully I didn't moon you guys. I really hope I didn't moon you guys when I went over. Made a cheesecake. Like a 421. I have a SIG at Canvas. A gig. I said a SIG, a gig. All right, so let's see, guys. You can see there's the meat. Oh, this fork is very, very hot. All right. So there's the 2 onions. There's the piece of meat, and there's that what I just put in there. Now we're gonna add some more water, and there's water here now. So we're gonna add some more water. There's that. We're gonna keep this out for a minute. We're gonna get rid of that here in a minute, but now we're gonna get into the seasonings, which are all up in here, up in there. We're gonna actually take them down. Take them downtown. Take them downtown. And so we are going to grab a bay leaf or a few. I am going to open it because they don't seem to want to come out like that. All right. All right, we got to open it. So these are always put in a soup for, luck and stuff. And, usually the person that finds it has to be the one to do the dishes. And so you're the lucky one. So we just drop that in there. And because I'm making a big soup, I'm going to put 2. We're going to put 2. And they're for luck too. And actually you can do manifestations on a leaf. You can also have put it in some water and heat it up and then put it in your bath. So you can also write down affirmations on bay leaves. Actually, you can also burn them. Yeah, like sage. So I bet you all didn't know that. But yeah, bay leaves are also good for if you have ant problem, you just put some bay leaves there and them ants will not come near that area again. So that's why bay leaves are good. And now we got to find, where's my oregano? Do I have any? There's no oregano in there. I think I'm out of oregano. I love my oregano and things. All right, we got some red seasoning salt. We're going to put some of that in there because I don't have the Mexican spice that when we would use. We would use conchamate. So I'm not going to put too much at the beginning, but the seasoning salt. So I am going to just use Italian seasoning. Basically, it is what it is. I don't have any oregano. So we're going to do what we got. And we're also going to put some thyme. And I don't measure. I just kind of keep an eye. Can't keep an eye on it. And then, what other one is there? Oh, you know what else will be good in the soup is dill. Dill is always good in the soup. We're going to put a little bit of dill. A little bit of dill. I got it through the little hole one, so I wasn't putting that much, you guys. And then this is the only one that can be a little bit annoying because of the way it is. If it gets in your mouth, and it's still kind of hard. But, you know, we're just going to put that in there too. And you can always just pick it out of your mouth. And that is thyme. Thyme, we're going to put a little bit of thyme. We're just making a soup. We're making a magic soup. Yeah, we need some thyme. Okay, there we go. I can't see it come out. There we go. No, ow! I just pinched myself with it. And of course, I want to put some sage. So is this the sage? Yeah. So the sage is in powder. So we are going to put some sage. That's more for, like, you know, spiritual magic. That's more like, you know, it's like going to be a good soup. Because I don't have oregano, so we have to work our magic over here, okay? We have to really work our magic over here. We're not putting any of the hot stuff, you know, chili pepper and all that stuff. And I am going to turn this down because it is way too violently cooking. So we're just going to let that cook. And you can always add couple pieces of the meat that you already fried. And what we're going to do is add some of those. And them being fried first is going to put so much more flavor in your soup. And then you have a meal all in one. So that's how that's going to go. And then we're going to put this back up here. Oh, yeah, I do have to get the pepper. We are going to put some pepper in there, of course. I did not put any pepper, so we're going to put some pepper. And, of course, we're going to put a little bit of salt. Not too much. No, that's not coming out, so I was thinking about 2 teaspoons. About 2 teaspoons, I think. So that's what I'm guessing. And I'm just going to wait till these pieces are a little bit softer. Oh, they're already soft? Let's see. Oh, they're not far away from it. All right, so let's go grab all the stuff. I think, so I have to put you guys up here for a minute because I literally have to get into this. So I have to put things away. I have to get into my freezer. So I can't have things on top of the freezer. I'm going to use this anyway again, so we'll leave this one out. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Herschel. Hello. All right, we got some green beans. All right, so we're gonna make we don't even have to get the canned stuff out. We're just gonna use these ones, and we're gonna smash them a little bit on the table here. Don't, if you have headphones or whatever, or earbuds on, you might want to turn them down right now. I'm gonna smash this. I think we're only going to need one. I'm going to put that in there. And there's quite a bit of ice in these. And yeah, so I was saving them for that. So we're just going to put them in there. Let me see if I can take you guys with me. We can do this together. Alright. Gotta use up them beans somehow. And the soup, they're really awesome. Well, I gotta go turn the heat up again because... And I think I'm gonna put probably another bag in there. I do want to taste the flavor, see if I need more salt. Actually, that's perfect salt-wise right now. And I'm going to put another one of those in there. Because I do have another one. Or I could do some canned. Might as well just put both of them in there. Oh, and we also have these chives, which I'm going to put in there. We do have more than that, but I'm just going to... So, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And if you have sour cream, you can add that in there as well. So we're going to add this baggie of chives that I cut up and froze myself. And we are making a really awesome soup. So let's give this another smash, you guys. Hang on, don't get mad at me. Close your ears. All right. Well, everybody ran away because it was loud on your earbuds. Oh, I made a new thumbnail too for doing the crystal reading thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's one way to use up older frozen vegetables or whatever. Or houseless hosters. Our hosters is in Canada. Canada. I have no idea what you're saying. Is this Trish? Because like if if it's not, then you have a troll. Okay. Beat it. It showed inappropriate message or whatever. It's called beat it. That's what. All right, that's what happened. That's why how they are a message review, Trish. All right, so we're just gonna let this cook, and it's gonna be a thick soup. And let it cook, let the meat cook and all that too. It all mixed together. Yeah, I don't think I have any other herbs that I did not put in there that I should put in there. I don't think so. I could put some wonton. I could put some of this in there. I could put a little bit of wonton soup mix in there as well. Yeah, we'll do that. It's kind of like Bourrier cubes or whatever, It's kind of like that. So we're gonna put a spoonful of that. Spoonful of that. Maybe two. don't have any potatoes. I do have like my hydrated potatoes, but I don't know if they would go in a soup. Like I have these potatoes. I don't know if I could. Maybe I should just put a little bit for thickness, eh? In the soup. You can do whatever you want to your soup, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna put two tablespoons of potatoes in my soup. Maybe a little bit more. We'll do 4. That already tastes perfect. And I just put like 4 of these in there because I don't have potatoes. So it will still get the thickness of it and everything. So you guys want to see it? It's so good right now already. And, you know, you could always do like other things. Like if you don't, not everybody can have potatoes. So people would use different things anyway. You could also like do broccoli if you wanted to. Cauliflower, the white one. Yeah, cauliflower would also work. But yeah, so now we just got to wait for it to start boiling and then let it simmer. And I'm going to wait for the frying the other pieces, but I am going to probably have a sandwich with this. I'm going to have a piece right now because I'm hungry. The soup ain't going to be ready for a bit. We got to also clean up this mess. Let me just go get the garbage. Yeah, I haven't really made good stuff to eat lately. Because I just haven't been like knowing what to cook or whatever. What my imagination for cooking has been kind of like non-existent. I don't know what I'm hungry for. But I'm hungry for something. But I feel like I don't have it in my home. Yeah, I always feel like that. And like for my ice caps and stuff like that, I make them myself. Like I just have to make ice, a bunch of ice, which I haven't done. I have all the trays to do it. Just gotta make ice. That's the only thing I don't have to make ice caps. And maybe milk. I need to get some milk. All right, wash my hands. What are we doing? Oh yeah, what are we doing? What are we gonna be doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna have a sandwich. I was like, what am I doing? We can put this back where it belongs. Happy Friday. Oh, is it after midnight? Welcome, Joseph. All right, let's do it. Let's make a sandwich. Oh yeah, it is Friday. It is after midnight here too in Canada. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I made this bread the other day and almost gone. I have a sandwich. I'm going to try to slice it very thin because I don't want a thick piece of bread. So I want to have some soup when it's done. So I think I'm gonna have half a sandwich. Just one slice of bread. Slice of bread. How's everything going on in your neck of the woods? From Gunya. Hello from Gunya. Pretty good, pretty good. We had really nice weather the last couple of days. It's been beautiful weather over here. Any tips for good desserts? Oh, yeah. I like those quick ones, you know, the ones that don't take long to make but are delicious. I like making those ones, like whipped cream. Anything with whipped cream, you make anything with whipped cream. So, and to make whipped cream, you just need some whipping cream and some vanilla and sugar. That's all you need. And what I like to do is like graham crackers, for instance. I like to put a layer of graham crackers and then a layer of whipped cream and then a layer of, you know. And I was doing it the other day with these other macaroon things that I made. Well, they're like no bake cookies that I made, but I made them with oatmeal that was all fine and grounded up. So I didn't feel like they tasted the same as the other ones that I normally do. And then I also put chocolate in there and a cocoa and also chocolate chips, but they melted. So I put a couple on top. But I crumpled this up. It crumples right up. Like there's two of them left. I'll just show you. It crumples right up. But you could just crumple it up and then, you know, those no bake cookies or whatever, you do it with like the steel cut oats like I did. And there's no coconut in this, but even with coconut would be good. And you just crumble up any cookies. Put a little butter in with the cookies if you need to, like if you're doing dry cookies, and then you put whipped cream. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, you're making me hungry for desserts now. And also like, you know, cherries or like any kind of like canned fruit, like pie mixes. Put them on the top, like canned cherries, like that are like for pie or like any other stuff that's for pie. Put that in the middle too for a layer. Oh, so delicious. Oh, you could also do, I've seen it and I want to do that. And I actually want to try making that. And I want to do the pudding with the pudding with the jello. I want to make that. Yeah. But I want to buy my own gelatin and then use like real fruit juice and stuff to make the jello or real fruit stuff. Real fruit powder. Like I actually want to go this summer when all the berries are out. I want to go and get a bunch and then dehydrate some and freeze a bunch. And then I can have like fruit smoothies anytime. I love my fruit smoothies. I can have them anytime. And also like when you dehydrate any of the fruits, you can also turn it into a powder with using your coffee grinder. After you dehydrate them, you can turn them into powder. Or after you freeze dry them, freeze drying works the same way. You can put them turn them into powder. And then you can just use that as your gelatin powder. Like when you're using gelatin, just use the plain gelatin. Yeah. So we're gonna have go straight to my kitchen and look at what things I yeah, I was a single mom. I've had to be creative with my food my whole life. So and I come from a big family, so we ought to be very creative to make the yummy things. So I sometimes spoil myself and I'll get like that thick cream, you know. You can make so many things with that. Mm-hmm. I'll put that back there. So we just got mayo and some bread and some meat. Cheers, you guys have a bite first. And then I'll take a bite. Hi, Brian. Good. You know what else I need with that? I have to turn the soup down. I need to stir the soup. Let's go stir the soup. And then I need to get a drink of water. This will evaporate some. Yeah, so. It doesn't look like the best right now, but as soon as the cream goes in there, it will look so delicious. But it already tastes delicious without the cream, but the cream just makes it better. Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bite. I'm gonna take a little bit and taste it. Let's see. It does need a little more salt because I did put 2 of these bags in there. So I am going to put a little bit more, just regular salt. And that's what you got to do. You just got to taste it and go by how it tastes. And everything is pretty much cooked now. Like these beans are pretty much cooked. And once that is, you just let it simmer for a little while. Make sure all the meat flavor gets in there, you know, into the soup. We're going to kind of bring the meat up top. Put the noodles under, or put the green beans kind of underneath the meat. Yeah, like that. But the soup tastes really good. Let's see if it's salty enough. And so healthy too. Like green beans are really good for you. They have a lot of vitamins. And Jet, if you're in the area, you can stop by and I'll give you a bowl of soup if you're in the area. But I know you're like in a different town, so. And with the price of the gas, I understand that you may not have the gas to be driving. Right, water. You want a sandwich, Nick? Can you make a sandwich right now while you're waiting for the soup? Still in cottage. Yeah, it's so plain but good. So plain but good. Hobby found a roast. We could afford that is good. Roasts are so good too. Oh my gosh, roasts are good. I'm so sick of anything turkey and anything chicken, man. I'm so sick of it. Sick of it. So I'm really enjoying this pork right now. Smoked pork. Yummy, yummy. And with a soup like that, you can also add I could have added if I didn't add those potatoes in there, I could add I could still do it, add something like this. That might actually be really good if I added that. But that might be too thick of a soup if I added that. I don't know, should I? Let me see how much liquid is in there. Oh, I have to try a carrot. I have to try a carrot, so I'm trying a carrot. I think this would be good in there. If we have to split the soup up into another pot, I'll have to do it, I guess. So I'll take you with me so you can see what I did. I just did. Look what I did. So I just put the soup in there. I mean, that in there. And that is just going to, that's going to be like 10 minutes, right? So we already know sidekick noodles take about 10 minutes to cook. So that's how long it'll be before the soup is done. And yeah, it's pretty thick now. So there's a little bit more room if I added a little more water, but you gotta keep an eye on it. Let's put a little bit more water in it. Just because I added all that other things in there. And it is on low, so it's not gonna overboil. I got all those pieces to fry yet, so I'm gonna do that after the soup is done. So it's gonna be a delicious soup. Delicious. All right, so we put that in there too. So yeah, I can now, I don't know if you were in here, Trish, when I was saying that, but now I have my microphone working again, so I can do podcasts again. So I'm going to start doing the crystals and zodiac books again on the other channel, Kasslove 420. I mean, Kasslove 111. We're on Kasslove 420. And all it was is a cord. And the cord from my camera fit on there. The same cord. And so I tried that and it worked. And then I ended up having the other camera that I ended up giving to my son, but he ended up giving it back to me because I'd used the battery out of it. We haven't still gotten the battery for that camera yet from Amazon. Can't find it. But so that all worked out. So got 2 cameras, but only 1 battery, and we need an extra cord now for the microphone, because the microphone is one of those expensive microphones. And I'm like, why is it not working? And all of a sudden it said nothing. So I was like, in my head, I was like, maybe I should try a different cord. And then in my head I thought, what if I just try it? Let's just try this cord and see if it works. And it worked. I'm like, oh wow. What y'all say now? Because due to be held for a review again. Oh, there was someone else. Oh, there was a troll. Anthony Warren. All right, yeah. Yeah, I set it to, I don't know if it was this one. I set it to like if the comments could get you demonetized or striked or whatever, or if they could possibly cost you a strike, I have it so that YouTube moderator lets me know that, and that's why they hold them for review. So it also helps me to learn what I can allow others to see in my chat. And this person is just a disgusting person. So I will just time him out for 24 hours for that. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to do that to people that are disrespectful. He was talking about his penis. Like, seriously. Grow up. And if you have to come in here and say that you have a big penis, then you probably have a small little dick anyway. And my battery is getting low. But I'm going to give you guys one more look at the soup. And I'll give you a quick look-see of my plants that I just watered all of these. And everywhere. Yeah, all of them. It was a lot of work. Yeah. And so here's the soup. And it'll be ready here in a few. I just said my battery was low. I just don't know. Before it cuts off, I'll show you guys the soup again if it does cut off. Because being live on YouTube does cause the battery to go down. I'm just going to test the noodle and see if it is done or not. No, it's not done. But the flavor was perfect. Let's try it again. Perfect. Ah, yum. Okay. So we just gotta wait for it to finish cooking the I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. Finish cooking the noodles, and then we'll be ready to eat it. Yeah. So yeah, all these plants are happy again, and all these ones too. Oh, those ones I didn't do. I actually have to fill those ones up, and I did. Those ones, there's two of those. There's one in the window and one out of the window, and up those ones, all those ones, and those ones up there in the window. I did all of them. Yeah, did a lot of work today. And then I haven't really relaxed yet. And I was going to put in the air conditioner, but I'm going to do that. I don't want to have to bring this one out of the bathroom yet. She needs to go in a new home. I need to replant her. She is too big, and she was falling over the other day. So I put her in here after I watered her. She's getting a new leaf. 2 new leaves. So, yeah, she needs to have a trail, and then also like a bigger pot. Yeah. And I did some, like I told you, I did some thumbnails. I made some thumbnails today. That's what I was working on. Let's see how much my battery is down. Oh, the battery's at 14%, so. Yeah, good thing we can see the battery dying. Yeah, the cost of meat everywhere is ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous price now. Yeah, so after it's done, we just put some cream in it, or if you have sour cream, tastes really good in soup like this. And this is the base for like a lot of the soups are the same, but the vegetables are different. Like, you know, like potato soup taste, that's what this soup kind of tastes like. It's like potato soup. But you can make a lot of different soups like taste like the same type of soup as potato soup. And it depends on the meat that you use for your broth, right? So if you're using smoked meat, that's when you get that really good potato soup flavor. Let's check the noodles. The noodles now look floppy. So they look like they're pretty much done. And as soon as they're I just dropped one. As soon as they're done, it'll be done. Let's have one. Let's try it. Let's try it. Perfect. Not quite perfect, but it will be. So actually the soup is very delicious since I put that sour cream and chive noodles in there, sidekick noodles in there. It's actually did make a big difference in the soup, so I'm very excited to eat it in a minute here. And it's made it super more thicker too. So everything's gonna be just simmering away. Obviously, best way to use these noodles. I'm gonna actually try a noodle, make sure that they never got the flavor. Like when you're making a soup like this, even if they were a little bit freezer burned, you wouldn't be able to taste it. But I'm gonna try them anyway. Let's try. Mm. Mm. Wouldn't know it at all. The flavor really hit everything. And the only thing that is now waiting to be fully cooked is those noodles. And we all know that those, even like I could have a bowl right now. The noodles are pretty much at the bottom, a lot of them. So I should have a bowl right now and just show you guys what the soup actually tastes like. Let's do this. So we're gonna have some of this, and it also gonna take some off. Like the noodles are soft, but and it's gonna take a little bit of the heaviness. Oh, there's one of those things right there. We still want it to be cooking in there. Well, if you want a little meat, which the meat, I don't really want any meat. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of cream in it. Oopsie, sorry, I just turned the camera off on you guys. I think I'm gonna get some sour cream tomorrow and then put it in tomorrow, the sour cream. But this just cream down I borrowed a little bit. So we're just gonna add a little cream to it. And then it's really ready to to eat. And then you can use bread. You can do some bread and break some bread in there and soak that up with it if you want. Or you can eat it with crackers. Put some crackers in there. I have a supper night. Enjoy. Thanks. Pick up some purple Afghan today. Oh yeah. You know that Larry's is the stuff called Larry's is really good, but it's a little bit more pricier, and they only sell it by like half ounce or like quarters or something like that. But all right, let's have some soup. You guys first have a bite. Slurpy, slurpy. Okay, I'll put you guys over here. That's not gonna work. Okay, that's gonna work. There we go. All right, this is very hot soup. This one has carrots. It has some beans and carrots right in there. It's very hot. Perfect. I just had to give it a little stir. So the way I like to eat this kind of soup is with this kind of homemade bread. Just gonna cut a little piece off. That knife. I'm gonna just pull it off pieces and then drop it right in the soup. And voila! Just make sure they're all soaked. They all got enough soaky. And then I like to eat my soup like that. And that soup do not cost a lot. Like, you know, green beans, even in the summertime, when you like buy a bunch of green beans you don't know what to do with it, make a soup. Make it the same way as you would make potato soup, you know, the chunky potato soup. And that's what I would do. You know, you can add like your own flavors. All these flavors I put in there, all these herbs, it really didn't change the soup that much. It actually just enhanced it. Even though I didn't have oregano. But there's other ones I put in that kind of replaced it. You know, I put that sage in there for a little magic. You know, for the ancestors to do some magic and make it taste really good. That's why I say it's made with love, you know. It's your intention. When you're cooking it, your intention is what matters. If you're cooking and you don't put intentions to it, you just cooking it like a robot, then it's going to taste like that blend too. Good stuff. But yeah, you guys lasted until the soup was done. It's actually fully done. The noodles feel like they're done too. So all I have to do now is maybe add a little bit more salt to it, but maybe just leave it. People can add salt to it if they want. and just add a little bit of the cream in here. Where did I put that cream? Did I put it back? Oh, it's right here. A little bit of this cream. I'll put a little bit of this cream in there. And then we'll get some sour cream tomorrow and put a little bit more, because the more cream, the better. The whiter your soup, the better when it comes to this kind of soup. If you see it looking white like that, that's what you want. And that's now the perfect soup. And I can literally turn it off now and just let it sit there until it cools down, and then put it in the fridge. Tomorrow, just reheat it. And then just eat it until it's done. But yeah, and it had that kind of meat in it, so you can always make the sandwiches on the side. And so yeah, that's a real German meal right there. Yeah, and that's I want to share the recipes, the German recipes, but that's one of them, and that's how I make it. I have also changed my recipes since my family, so a lot of my recipes are like that, but they have also been enhanced by me to what they used to be. And also sometimes you have to change the recipe because you don't have the proper ingredients to make those recipes from your ancestors or the people that you grew up with, and that you know what the food that you eat and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys for being here and joining me for this soup making and chilling with me and talking with me. We've been on an hour and 12 minutes and my legs feel like I need to go sit down. And actually I want to go outside, so I want to finish the soup and then go outside and smoke one, and then yeah, and then cool down. Hopefully there's a dry spot to sit down out there. It's wet. It's probably wet. Hopefully it stopped raining at least, because I don't want to wet butt. Oh, I do have those mats out there. I couldn't bring the mat out. And then put the mat down. We got those steps outside. Like we got like 2 steps out there. They're just steps. They're not part of anything. And so we use that as a little bench to sit and smoke. And I like to go out there and look at the moon. When the new moon comes out, it usually comes on that side. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for popping in and saying hi and liking and sharing my videos and all that. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I did way too much shit today. I did actually do a reading tonight, so I shouldn't even say that. I'd like to, but I'm not going to. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Have a good night. Bye. Peace out.